chapter 3, verse 1, and this is getting right to the point. After this opened Job his mouth and cursed his day. What is the scripture talking about when it says his day? His day is the day of his birth. So, and this is why Job's family died. This is Job 1:18. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, Thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So they were celebrating the birthday. And if I could just find it over here.
So, even celebrating your birthday, that's wicked.
All right, so this tells you that it was the day of the birthday. And this is what the book of Job 1 and started at 12. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, because Job was a righteous man. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. That day was the eldest brother's birthday.
Eating and drinking, because back in the ancient world, when I think it was Noah, they told you they were eating and drinking and being merry and all that. That's called a party,
Celebrating.
So our people ain't got no faith, and you can't. And our people, Jake, they always like to say, "Oh, I didn't know," or like if a cop pulls over a Jake, he'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know," he'll tell the cop. So every time a crime comes on to Jake, they'll tell you, "Oh, I didn't know."
It's called scapegoat.
But it says John 15:22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. So now we come unto you speaking, telling you what your sins are. So now you ain't got no excuse. So when the Most High comes to destroy this place, you ain't gonna have no excuse.
You'll know exactly why.
Because like I just read it, it says, Behold, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, in Ezra, 2nd Ezra, 2nd Ezra 15:6, Behold, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
So what's the sword?
War.
War and death. And it says in Matthew 10 and 20 and 34, believe not that I come to bring peace, but the sword.
So we're telling you, our people, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that this place is going to be destroyed. So you guys have to start coming back to the ways of the Lord, who is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
All right, so let's get back on the mark of the beast, because that's gonna show you how much faith you have. That's gonna show you how much faith you have, whether you have faith in the wickedness of this world or the righteousness of the next kingdom to come, which is Yahushai's kingdom. It's gonna be ruled by Yahushai and then the angels, and then well, the elect are the angels that are going to be ruling with them. But Yahweh's going to be, boom, and he's still going to be where he's at, and we'll be able to go see him. Start getting Revelation 13 and 11. Alright, so that means it's time to talk about the mark of the beast, which is the R.f.i.d microchip. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 13 and 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
So that power that was given unto him, it tells you about in Job 9 and 24 that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. You know, he's the one that made that white Jesus. He's the one that's putting all these little things together, orchestrating this, the financial collapse and the R.f.i.d microchip. He's orchestrating all these things. Gonna make all these things happen. Right?
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Whose names were not written in the book of life. So, you know, you're not the elect. Because only the elect is not going to take it. But a lot of people are, and that's going to get them destroyed. So just a little, what it is, it's basically a little chip that has all your information on it. Your banking number, your card, you can swipe your hand and pay for shit. It gives you access to cars and doors and all kinds of things. They're chipping the military with it. They have that gun that some police departments get that it's only authorized if you have the R.f.i.d chip on you or something like that.
And I heard too, I think they have a special store just for microchips where everything has to be paid by the microchip. You know, it has to be, you know?
No cash. No cash, no credit. It has to be
no cash accepted.
It has to be that chip. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
So the patience of the saints is having faith. It's doing the work. Because why are you going to do the work if you don't have faith that you're going to get paid? It's exactly why I'm doing the work, to get paid. But before you do, before you apply to get a job at a company, you got to do some research. Who am I working for? You know, how much am I going to get? What's my duties and responsibilities? What kind of power do I have? And all those things you need to do some research on before you come into the truth. Who am I working for? It tells you in Luke about the talents, that you're a master that reaps what he doesn't sow. You know?
Because you only work for two people. Or you only work for the Most High, or you work for the devil.
That's right.
You know?
But since we're in Babylon, we have a daily life that we have to attend to. We have to have jobs to get money so we can have food. But your allegiance is to the Most High. This is the best part of my day.
This is why we get to giving the most glory to the Most High.
Coming out here and telling and speaking the truth of His Bible. Telling you that the R.f.i.d chip is the mark of the beast. Alright.
Continue on the next verse.
Continue on to the next verse.
This is Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
So that those horns represent power. And he spake as a lamb, with like he's a savior. Now don't say that that's the Antichrist. There's many Antichrists.
So like he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Okay, so he had two horns like a lamb. That's still power.
Still because that lamb, that's Yahushai. So he's trying to have power like Yahushai.
And he was allowed to have that power by Yahushai. Hashem Yahushai.
And he spake as a dragon.
And the name of Yahweh, that's yeah. So what is a dragon? Is someone that's in charge, someone that has authority and great wisdom. Because
it's that same dragon that they're talking about, that serpent.
Yeah. Because it's that ruler mentality that he has. That's what he's talking about. He thinks he's a boss, and he talks like he's in charge, and that's Donald Trump. That doesn't mean that he's the guy that's talking about. He's talking about all those people that were like him in rulership. Alexander the Greek, the Diadochi, that the evil Roman Empire. All those kings, and all those kings are in the Bible. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 13 and I'll go next verse 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him.
So all the power of the first beast would be the territorial, the territorial power, right? Because Alexander had a big landmass that he conquered from Europe to the mountains of Pakistan and India. So that's like the power that the scripture's talking about. He exercised the power of the first beast, which is world domination. And that's the United States, man. I told you we were going to prove it. That's Babylon the Great. Hey, but you know what? You got to do what you got to do. The birds are going to crow and fly. The prophets are going to preach and cry. And the wicked are going to live and die. And I just became a poet. That was bad.
That rhymes,
That's funny. Well, I like to, I like to do stuff like that sometimes. So go ahead.
This is Revelation 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Isn't the ICBM a great wonder? Hey, how about that little boy and fat man? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Hey man, that was a great fire. You know what? The corpus delicti is there. You just gotta look for it. That's a body of evidence right there. And then they had a ton of bodies in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. A ton of Ammonite bodies. Hey, but what is that? That's also telling you. Read that one verse again where he exercises the power of the first beast.
Revelation 13 and 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him.
So that's world domination, like we said about Alexander the Greek. How is that applied to right now? Look at Japan. Japan got fucked up with those 2 bombs, right? And now the United States giving them weaponry so they can shoot down missiles. Why? Because they're tributary. Japan is a tributary unto the United States. They're tributaries, okay? And that's what Alexander the Greek was doing. And other Roman kings, well, he was Greek, but the Roman Empire did such too. That's how they did it. Man.
That's that same Edomite?
Yeah, that's the same Edomite. Hey, but even that Edomite came up and then we were trying to convince him that he was an Israel, like, he didn't want to have it. He didn't want to have it. And, you know, those that are marked for death are marked for death, but we're talking about the mark of the beast. And those that are marked to get the mark of the beast are going to get it. So how that's a perfect piece of evidence. Japan is a tributary to the United States that's exercising one of the powers that the beast has. Because Rome would get tribute from everybody.
Because these nuclear missiles, they just keep on making them and keep on making them, and everybody's getting them. You know what I mean?
And the devil says, "Hey, stop making them," but he keeps making them. Or he wants other nations to stop making them because now all the other nations are making them. So all these signs are happening. The end of the world is getting clearer and clearer.
And it's not going to happen to where they're gonna get old and get dudded out, or they're gonna put them in a warehouse or something. They're gonna use them.
They're gonna use them. They're gonna use them.
Yep.
And what I mean by the end of this, I should say the end of this world, not the end of the world. The end of this world, the aeon, the time of age we're living on, which is Esau's time. Go ahead.
This Revelation 13 and 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast,
That little chip.
which had the wound by a sword, and did live.
The Roman Empire, the Roman Empire and the Greek Empire. Because when Alexander the Greek died, that was the wound, but it was still gone because all those generals wanted to keep it alive, and the general that wanted to keep it alive most was Perdiccas, because he's the one that tried to keep Alexander's wife and child alive. And then what happened? The Romans came in and they were like, "Hey, man, be with us." So, and then the Roman Empire died, and guess what? And it came back again. It was the United States. You got to do some studying, man. Go ahead.
Next verse, Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast,
Okay.
that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
So if you don't take the chip, your ass is gonna die. If you do take the chip, your ass is gonna get killed. See how there's a big distinction? If you take that chip, you're gonna get killed by the Most High. If you don't take that chip, Esau's gonna put you to death. You got a choice to make.
Do you want your body killed, or do you want your spirit killed?
Yeah, that's a good one. Fear him that
Fear him that could kill the spirit, you know, not the
that
body.
kill both body and spirit.
Yeah, both body. So shoot, I don't want my spirit killed, you know.
And I'm not gonna take that chip either. I don't even like getting shots. I'm gonna have a real problem with that. Hey, but that new power that Beast has to do is amazing. Because if you watch that movie Upgrade, he gets that little thing in the back of his neck, that little chip, which is the mark of the beast. And then he has new powers that he could do. But even those new powers that he has are limited because even those powers can't take you all the way to where you need to be, because he was fighting these other upgrades, but they were more human than him. But they had creativity. Like they were whooping his ass because they had different styles that they used. And the chip was only using basic maneuvers. He was doing bad shit. And that's that power.
He was fighting another cyborg or some shit, huh?
Man, dude.
A motherfucker who...
That's a badass movie, man. And it gives you all the details about what the devil's planning to do with biological warfare, germ warfare, upgrades on humans, super soldiers. So he's not happy with the human. Why? Because humans have that conscience. If you tell a robot to kill 100 children, he's gonna do it. The robot's gonna do it. If you tell a man to do it, he'll have a hard time doing it. Unless he's a fucking motherfucking devil. I have a hard time culling my chickens. Even if I'm gonna eat them, I have a hard time. Hey, but Yahweh Shimi Hawashai is gonna put the spirit on us to kill these 2/3 that are gonna take this chip. Go ahead and read the next verse.
Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
You see that is all inclusive. It's not like John 3 and 16, you dumb Christians. That's telling you that he's gonna force everyone. The devil is talking about everyone. Everyone has to get that chip. Everyone has to be a tributary. Everybody has to be a citizen of the New World Order. Read that again, man. That was a good one.
This is Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
Now, which nation is bond? It's not talking about nations. It's talking about persons, individuals, citizens. Go ahead.
Revelation 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast.
So that's how he's going to force this chip on you. If you want to eat, if you want to feed little Jimmy, you want to see little Jimmy and little Jenny eat some food and not starve to death, and you want to keep your motherfucking job, you got to take this chip, John Smith, or whatever the fuck he's gonna put it on everybody, man. He's doing it slow right now. But something's got to give. Some cataclysm that's got to happen. World War III. And that's getting ready to happen. It's real close. Because Israel, the wicked state of Israel, shot down a Russian plane, and it had Russian personnel in it. You think Putin is happy about that? Hey, you guys are killing yourselves, man. You think he's happy about that? No, he said there's going to be consequences. Putin said it's going to be a terrible chain of events. Well, he said chain, and chain has links, and links extend all the way to, you know. Come on, man. Go ahead, get the next verse.
It says Revelation 13 and 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
All right, that's a boom. That's a hard one.
People think it's the actual 666 that's, you know, on your hand, But that's not it. You know, it's that UPC code that they scan. That's actual 666 right there.
And that's going to be part of that R.f.i.d technology. But they have to
because when you have to buy or sell, you have to scan that UPC.
Yeah.
You know?
When you buy it, you have to go to the truck and scan all the merchandise coming off the truck. And when you sell it, and when the consumer buys it, you sell it, you have to scan it again.
Yep.
So now what's going to happen when you scan your chip? Oh, this person's buying these things. You got a predictive marketing, and that happens all the time because you're working at Wally World, and people walk by those cameras and they show them things that they like. How does the camera know what you like? Because you got that phone on you, and they communicate. Boom, boom, boom. Oh man, see that movie Upgrade is talking about that 5G communication network. The 5G ain't shit. It ain't shit. It's the military one, man. The military fucking network is the one that you need to be worried about. That's super fast, man. Boom. That's what Esau is ultimately trying to do. But you can't mimic the connection between the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakudash, and the chariots. They're in one wave. They're all communicating together like this. Faster than that. You can't do that, Esau. And if you take a look at his technology and his planes, he's making little changes on them so that they could do 3G turns. Boom, like if there's a chariot popping up from behind them, they're gonna try to do stuff where you can just turn around. Boom. The vessel itself is not gonna handle it, and the operator is not gonna be able to handle it. Oh man, that shit is it's hard when they do the Blue Angels show, and they're using jets that are just built to go fast. No weapon system on them. This is very basic.
And I'm sure there's some pilots that got sick inside their jet. You know?
Shit all over themselves.
Dang.
Throw up all over themselves. They're a long way from getting there, Esau. And that's why he has to get all these upgrades on these individuals. That's why he has to have super soldiers. Because an angel could be going fast, right? And there's nothing here, right? But he goes and disappears into here, and he comes out here going the other way. That's crazy. Man,
Goes through a portal.
A portal. You can't handle this, Esau. That's why, you have to choose a side. And I feel bad. I don't feel bad because, well, the human man feels bad, but the spiritual man doesn't. I feel real terrible for you that take the chip and don't have any faith. Because what happens when you don't have faith? You get killed. Look at those Egyptians. Man. Hey, but even if you do have faith, you get tested and you get killed. Because there's such thing as martyrs. There's so many levels to this beautiful truth. And I understand why you 2/3 don't want to get into it. I understand why you people don't want to be part of the truth. It's too much. Let me tell you how my day goes there, Monday through Friday. Get up, work, come home, deal with the family thing, study, make a video, go to sleep. And then I do that, and then Thursday I don't make a video. Thursday night I don't make a video. I reflect on everything that I learned. And then I might read a couple of scriptures. And then Friday is a big show. Is what I'm looking forward to. Which is this. We don't go out and party. We're not looking forward to going to the club and getting the spirit of Bacchus.
That's all vanity.
That's all vanity.
This is where it's at right here, you know? This is
All
where,
kind of vanities that there are too.
this is where you want to be right here. It's just going out to the club. All you do out there, you ain't gonna be rewarded with nothing. It's like storing your treasures here on earth. You're not storing anything in heaven.
That's too hard for a two-third to understand. It's too hard for a lot of people to understand that you don't want to store things. Because if you store a jar of pickles, let's say you store a jar of pickles, right? And you're hungry for those pickles. But the day before you're gonna open those pickles, there's an earthquake in that jar falls, and the pickles break.
No, bro. Hey, can I ask you a question? You read the Bible? You read the Bible?
See, people don't want to get into the Bible, and that's why that happened. That's why the Spirit put it on that. The Spirit was put on that man to walk by, look at the camera, and just keep going. He doesn't want to be saved. He doesn't know that his life's in danger. That our lives are in danger. His children's lives are in danger. If he has children, his parents' lives are in danger. Everybody that's on the planet Earth, their lives are in danger. Even the other Edomites' lives are in danger because of this devil.
That's right.
But that's all right, man, because I already knew that he didn't want to talk about the Bible. And that's all right.
Yep, because he had his ears covered, you know, and you know, right there showing that you don't want to hear, because this is Romans 10 and 17. So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. So if you hear this word, you're gonna start having faith. But if you just push it off, that that faith goes down.
And if you don't have faith, you won't be able to understand who your enemy is, who your real enemy is, who the devil is, which is the so-called white man. And you'll get all emotional, and you'll be like, oh, that's it. And you won't listen to the proof, and then you just be lost again.
This is Romans 10 and 18. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. So everybody hears this word, you know?
And that's why we have to put it on YouTube. Because not everybody's that walks by is gonna want to listen.